Just taking a lunchtime break. Been working with a client in the professional service. Facebook will continue to dominate. Its growth will be steady. You know, we're at around the 1.5 billion user mark at the moment. I'd expect us to get somewhere close to the 1.8, 1.9 billion mark sometime in 2016. We'll see a lot more businesses realizing that it's not just a B2C, business to consumer selling platform. It's actually a business to business selling platform. For that to happen, we're going to see a lot more businesses starting to use Facebook advertising. Facebook will also make some big acquisitions in 2016. We've seen quite a few over the past couple of years with Instagram and virtual reality products, and I expect them to make some big acquisitions in the next 12 to 18 months. Many businesses will start to realise that the ego element of Facebook is gone forever. If you're out there and you're judging your performance on channel growth in terms of likes, that's going to die right off. And what we're going to see is people realising that it's more about the engagement, and they're going to realise that it's not free to play anymore. If you're going to succeed at Facebook, you're going to have to start implementing a paid strategy. There'll be many businesses that stop using Facebook, and the ones that will succeed are the ones that realise you've got to go to that content marketing, normal Facebook posts, and a paid approach to using Facebook to market. If you want to keep Facebook as part of your marketing strategy, then I suggest you really start doing some digging around in the analytics side of Facebook, because it is rather good, and they're introducing new analytics all the time. The video analytics at the moment are really good, although I don't agree with them counting a view as 3 seconds in. I know YouTube only count it as a view, I think, once people are 30 seconds in. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please comment below. But doing it at 3 seconds, I think is a bit too early. 10, 15 seconds maybe. I don't know, Facebook needs to do a little bit of work on that. If they're going to tempt people away from making the more long form video and sticking that onto YouTube, videos in excess of a couple of minutes, then they're going to need to do something about how they record video views to tempt people away from YouTube. We're doing a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. The longer stuff, 5 minutes plus, mainly the vlogs, has been going onto YouTube for several reasons. It's an easy platform to use. I love the analytics, and I can then embed those onto LinkedIn. Unfortunately, Facebook video is excellent, but you then can't embed your videos onto LinkedIn, which is something I like to do, although that strategy is likely to change in 2016 as we start to explore Facebook video more. In fact, the first 5 vlogs have all gone onto YouTube, and we've seen growth after each vlog, which is fantastic. The next 6 we will be putting onto Facebook, so we can do a decent comparison. Well worth doing. If you want to succeed at social media marketing, you've got to do loads of testing and loads of learning. Twitter will change drastically from what it is now. Growth on Twitter has literally stopped. We have warned many of our clients that marketing on Twitter is really difficult at the moment, and that's because of the clutter and the noise, and you effectively putting everything, including your marketing material, into one big pot and hoping that somebody will pick up on your marketing message and do something about it and make a decision. and that's just not practical anymore. As much as Twitter was my go-to personal social media network, I'm lucky if I dip into that once a day now, and that's only because I'm a little bit nosy. Twitter needs to make some drastic changes. There's been talk of them introducing a Facebook-like algorithm, which actually, as much as a marketer I detest the algorithm in Facebook, it would sort out a lot of the problems that Twitter sees, so people can then start to segregate, move those tweets into different pots. Some of our clients would kind of do that with lists, but it's just not practical. Oh, shoot. I expect to see some huge changes in Twitter and the way it works. It is a mobile-centric social media network, and we don't think that'll change, but it needs to change drastically. We saw since Jack Dorsey took over from at the head of Twitter a few months ago now, we've seen some small changes come through. 2016 is make or break for them. Late 2014, early 2015, they said video would be huge through this year, and it has grown massively. But I think 2016 is where a lot of businesses are going to realise that they've got to start being brave when it comes to video and doing things like this, talking to camera. Got to start putting some of their business leaders in front of the camera. It doesn't have to be highly polished. You need to break down some of the barriers. We've all fell out with big business, a faceless business. We don't like it anymore. We don't trust it. And the only way you can build that trust is by putting yourself out there and speaking to people and being challenged. If I was running, I don't know, a restaurant, I would be constantly using video. Fashion, I see some of these people some of these fashion brands, and all they're doing is putting pictures out. Very traditionalist kind of marketing on what is a new media platform. So video is going to explode, and I think smaller businesses are going to start realising that it really is advantageous, and in fact they've got an advantage over the big boys. They don't, the big ones are scared, and they're scared of getting it wrong because it costs them so dearly. For small businesses, you can be the risk takers. So you can start, investing in a cheap camera, £200, £300, £400 worth of camera. It doesn't have to be a big flashy thing, and you can very easily record a bit of video. Anybody who's worked with me in the past 6 to 8 months, and definitely people in my friendship circle, will realise that I incessantly talk about live streaming. I've been keeping a really close eye on the live streaming market, and it's very exciting. So at the moment we've got live streaming, playing with live streaming, we've got Periscope, Meerkat, YouTube, Facebook, Blab, and there are others that I'm yet to test. I expect live streaming to explode in 2016. Twitter purchased Periscope some time ago, and actually if you compared Periscope and Meerkat, there's elements in both that I love, but Periscope is definitely leading the way, and my gut feeling is that Meerkat probably won't grow much in 2016, and it may even start to retract slightly as more people move over to Periscope. I've tested both. I've been keeping a keen eye on both, and my gut feeling, in fact it's not just my gut feeling, the evidence, the analysis I've been doing tells me that Periscope is going to be the leader. I start to notice when I started first looking at Periscope streams, you'd see, handful in the UK, handful in France, handful in India, wherever it might be. You go onto the mapping function now within Periscope and look for Periscope live feeds, and there is a lot more in the UK, and they're not just based around the cities, they're moving out to more rural areas. For the first time ever this week I saw 3 or 4 live streams coming from within 10 miles of here, 10 miles of Yeovil. So we are definitely seeing it starting to get some traction. and I think that'll be exponential. I think we'll just see it start really rolling it out. Is it the right time for businesses to jump on? Depends how brave you are. You know, I think it's fortune favours the brave. I don't know who said that. If you do know, tell me in the comments below. My gut feeling is those businesses that jump on it now and learn how to really work it will get an advantage over those that are sitting back and waiting. And you know, that's what we've done for the last 8 months. We've sit back and we've waited, and I think it's time now that I think early 2016 we will start our Periscope show, or it might be very ad hoc. We haven't decided on the new strategy for 2016 yet, but that won't be the only way that we'll be doing video. There's going to be a live streaming element, and actually the live streaming element, the Q&A side of it, is a great way to kind of harvest ideas for your more long form video content. Facebook are primed with their Moments app to absolutely wipe the floor with everybody when it comes to live streaming. They are only rolling it out at the moment to those who have got verified accounts. A great one if you want to, in fact 2 great ones. Ricky Gervais, follow him on Facebook and you'll get alerted when he goes live. And BBC News, which is a recent one I've been watching for the last couple of weeks. So much better. It's so much better than just watching the news, and I am a bit of a news hound. But the ability to ask questions straight through Facebook and then them to be answered by journalists from the BBC makes it two-way. That is far more exciting than just sitting in front of a TV or your tablet, laptop, just consuming content. That two-way element is what's going to make live streaming explode, I believe. So I'm very, very excited about it, as you can probably tell. And I think live streaming is going to go a bit mental through 2016. So the ones to check out, just remind you again, Periscope, Meerkat, Blab, which I've had a little play with. I really quite like Blab, but it's a bit techie, it's a bit geeky. YouTube's live stream, I found it a bit clunky, but it's worth checking out if you're a big YouTube fan. Conversation around return on investment for social media is really going to come to the forefront. People like us that support businesses in growing using social media and selling more of whatever it is they sell are going to really have to understand data. We're going to have to not only be able to read it, but interpret it and then convert that into business activities. And I think that's what's going to really cut the wheat from the chaff when it comes to social media providers and marketing companies, is understanding that data and what happens next. And it's not always easy. It's a lot of testing, there's a lot of analysis. I spend an awful lot of my time now testing. So I might do a post one week which is certain image, certain copy, and then I might do a similar post a week later and just try and measure the difference in performance. And that's a constant battle. You've got to remember, especially with Facebook, you're constantly battling that algorithm, which is changing all the time. So I think the return on investment side of it is going to be critical. Being able to judge from a single piece of content, not even at the campaign level, from a single piece of content, and track it all the way through to a sale. So I expect more social analytic companies to pop up. I think we're going to see more marketing automation companies pop up, all to support the kind of launching, tracking, analysing and reporting on marketing campaigns that have a social element. It's going to be quite an exciting time in our industry. Now I can do that really easy using Facebook advertising at the moment, and that platform is changing at least fortnightly. There's some element of it changes, and it's getting more and more useful for measuring return on investment. However, what that means is it gets a little bit more challenging, a little bit more difficult for the normal, everyday small business owner to use. Businesses where they've got marketing teams are then struggling to keep up, and we have the same challenge, struggling to keep up with all the challenges that we see, all the changes, sorry, that we see within the Facebook advertising platform. But they're all good, you know, all great changes. So the analytics side of it, you know, many businesses, in fact I'd say 99% of the businesses we go into, the only kind of measurement they look at on all of their digital marketing might be Facebook Insights. Perhaps a little bit of Google Analytics, but most people really don't understand their Google Analytics. I think for businesses to succeed on their own, they need to get a better understanding of data. And for suppliers such as ourselves, we need to be able to educate our customers about data and ensure that we thoroughly understand the data we're looking at, what it actually means, and how to advise our clients to get the most out of their data.
So Georgie and Duncan had safely secured the $3 more, and now it was time for a...
Ah, lovely.
What are you doing?
Is it Santa or Justin Bieber?